All right, we are back, locked and loaded, with another episode of the Owner's Manual. I want to say thank y'all for being patient with me. I know it's been a while, took a little bit of break, a little bit of a hiatus, but we are rejuvenated, lungs are refreshed with another win to go on another second run. And I am here with the founder of Drifter Coffee, Aaliyah. She is back for a second time, but I'm back for like the 15th, 16th time. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Zay. How about you? It's been a while.
I'm doing well. Better now. Better
That's
now.
really good to hear.
Getting back to myself. Like I said, took a little bit of a break, and sometimes you just gotta like go back to the blueprint and then come back a lot harder.
Sometimes, a lot of times. Every time.
Every time.
It comes in waves.
1,000%. How's your week been? How have you been?
Very productive.
Very productive.
Yeah. I would
Busy.
say so,
What was the highlight of the week?
yeah. Well, we had a really good meeting where my core leadership team talked about all of our duties and the work that we do, and we listed it out, and we talked about how to break that up and delegate it so that we aren't all burning out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was such a powerful meeting, especially for me. Being the owner, I'm not always asking for what I need,
Yeah.
and it was really nice to be heard.
And like, what components about like a meeting like that is important for you to avoid burnout for you and your employees?
I think that asking for help and being clear about when you have reached that point, but also respecting when you hear from your coworkers when they have reached that point
Mm-hmm.
of almost getting to burnout because you don't want to get there. So fostering an environment where people feel safe and heard
Got you.
and respected,
Mm-hmm.
I think that causes it to go both ways. So then, as a leader of the business,
Yeah.
I can give respect, but then I can also get respect back.
As a founder and leader, do you feel sometimes like pressure to almost like compartmentalize those feelings to kind of like boost morale a little bit? Like,
Oh yeah.
how do you deal with that?
So I have, it's hard sometimes to put on this boss persona, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm representing the business,
Right.
and people expect me to behave a certain way, and sometimes it's hard to step into that role. So
Yeah.
I give myself a pep talk. Like I have this mantra as I'm driving into work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I'm feeling like it's going to be hard to step into this role today. I'm not feeling like I, even want to talk to people, but that's like 90% of my job is talking
Right.
to people. I just say to myself, like, you know what? I'm just going to do a good job today. I'm going to do my best work that I can do, and I'm just going to be grateful. So I'm like, do a good job, be grateful, do a good job,
Mhm.
be grateful. And that's what I'm saying, like, as I'm, like, walking in.
And say for your 30-second drive into the office.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's not a very long drive. I actually had to start taking, when I leave work, I started taking longer drives because I needed to clear my head because my commute is very short. So
Yeah.
it helps me kind of ease out of work mode so then when I go into the house, I'm not carrying that with me.
Sometimes you got to leave it at the door. It's definitely important sometimes to like,
Yeah.
if you want to, if that is something that you value, sometimes an extra trip around the block is what you need. I am.
I like to finish out the song.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I am no stranger. Like, gotta let that song
You
play
got
out. You
to.
know. What good music have you been listening to recently?
Well, of course, the new Kendrick album,
Mm-hmm.
new Tyler the Creator, and the Wicked soundtrack.
The Wicked soundtrack. Love to
Big
hear it.
time. It's so inspiring,
Mm-hmm.
and it just gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, I still have to go see it. Don't tell me about it. I don't want you to ruin it for me. I'm kidding. When people say that about movies that are like been around for the beginning of time. It's like you've had your moment. Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I'll just say it was good.
it's funny.
Yeah, it was really good.
Any good flicks? Any good movies you've seen?
I've been watching a lot of like TV shows, like this show called Lucifer. It's about the devil, and he's like really sexy. And he owns a nightclub in Los Angeles, and he likes to punish people. That kind of thing. What about you?
Not really. I will say this. I saw that it was an A24 film. It was Heretic.
Oh,
And
that sounds scary.
it was scary, and I noticed like it was like the first movie that helped me notice the differences of like just older movies that came out in like the 2000s compared to now. Like there was so much more dialogue, and I felt like it took notes from like true crime and stuff like that, like crime shows like NCIS, Criminal Minds, because they just talk about the scenario and what's going on. It's like, what happened to like inference? Like, I feel like the movies that I like, there's a lot more action but less words, and the transition between scenes, you're like, wait, what just happened? Like, it makes you wonder. And in that movie, like, I felt like I was like anticipating and guessing what was going to happen, and I was like right 80% of the time. So
So it felt kind of predictable.
a little bit, but the
Did you like it though?
I did. I like in the sense of the topics that were the concepts of like how it made the audience think I was a fan of, but I haven't really seen any good cinema. I still have to see the new Gladiator movie. Haven't seen that, but I just got to build up the courage to be able to go to the movies by myself, get high, and not be afraid of falling asleep. Because like I will be that guy. Like the credits over, lights on, and like
Someone will wake you up.
yeah. And I also got to take that back. One movie that really made an impression was the Dune movie.
Dune 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. When he harnesses the sandworm and
Yeah.
he's like, and he just like rides it.
I mean, I was
Chills up and down my body.
I was in the club doing the moving through the sand dance, trying to get to the bar. I was like, I was,
You got when you're doing your DJ sets, you have to loop that song.
Yeah.
And
and it's like I was thinking in my mind. I was like, all right, I got to do a combination of like the dance and then like Omarion touch. I'm like, just the touch, like.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna hold you to that.
that was.
Next time we go to the club.
I think we might be overdue.
we're overdue.
Yeah, the last time we actually did go to the club. We went
did.
clubbing, and
we went clubbing.
the flyer said house music, and then we went. It was not house music. It was just very loud
It
music.
was so loud that we couldn't dance.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
tough, but
But then we got French fries. Well, I got French fries.
right. And that's the thing. I feel like going out like now in Detroit is so DJ focused. Like I gotta or for me personally, it's like I can't go to one spot like just like let's just go on a regular Thursday or something like that. Like I feel like knowing the DJ and who's spinning, because there's so many different vibes. I think now that Detroit has its own sound, it's kind of been the forefront of influence. Now I think like it has an opportunity to become like a melting pot of music from like compared to like New York and California. How some people they might say like it has a sound, but there's so many different sounds. But
Yeah. I think it already is a melting pot.
yeah, see, you're right there. You're right there.
Because it's not just techno or house. It's
Right.
also hip hop, but it's also pop. It's also country. It's also like underground stuff. There's people sample a lot of music from Detroit in the history of Detroit in their music now. So they're sampling, like people from Motown. They're sampling like Jay Dilla.
There it is.
And I think that it's just like, I don't know, it's just really cool.
You hear that, guys? She knows ball. She knows ball.
What is your worst experience being a DJ in downtown Detroit? Now that you have skin in the game, what is the best and worst part about participating in the scene?
I think sometimes it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like I love Detroit so much. It's hard for me to come up with like the worst part because I anticipate like at least like rocking a crowd or like seeing somebody being moved by the music. But sometimes like the expectations, people want certain things like way too early. Like I feel like a lot of DJs like structure their sets like, the first like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how long the set is. Like it needs to be like memorable music, like stuff that everybody knows, and then you might want to sprinkle in some new stuff within that. But I feel like people want like, and this ain't like a knock, because I like the music too, but it's like I need to hear it late. Like if I hear like some Sexy Red at like 8, 9 o'clock, I'm gonna be like, it's a little early for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Like you do yours as more of a build up.
yeah.
Instead
yeah.
of a coming in hot and then bringing them down.
Yeah, because that's like, I don't know, different strategies for everybody. But yeah, I feel like, some people that want to come up and talk to the DJ, that'd be the worst part. Like sometimes you got to let them cook a little bit. Some people can converse, but like I get so like laser focused into where it's like I don't even like focus on like my body. Like I'll do a whole set and not use the bathroom, and then like once I'm like, I'm about to piss my fucking pants. Oh
And
shit.
You always forget to eat too.
Yeah. I do always. I never
Yeah.
eat. I always need like something to drink, and I'm like my inside is just a big block of cement, damn near. I don't know.
Well, good for you.
I was I say that, and I was like, I tried to reference what I felt the first time I took ketamine. I felt like my body was a big block of cement, and I was like, yeah. So like, that's kind of really like what my mind goes to. But funny enough, the first time I did take ketamine, it was probably like 2018, 2019 on New Year's, ironically, around this time. And I went to my friend's cottage in Grand Haven, and I was planning on going there, and I was like, he calls me like last minute as I'm about to pull up. He's like, yo, park at Meyer, and I'll come get you. Like, there's not enough parking spots. I'm like, all right, it's fine. Like, it sounds like we're about to have a lot of people here. So I'm like excited, like thinking like we're about to party and stuff like that. We get to the cottage. I have, my party favors, you know what I'm saying? Some organics,
For sure.
a little bit of psychedelics and some flour, and everybody's having a good time. We're sharing and stuff like that. And the funny thing was, when we got to the cottage, there was open parking spots. So I'm just like, all right, what's going on here? Like, why didn't I get one? Lo and behold, the K guy needed a parking spot. He needed a front row seat. So
Oh, okay.
so I knew what type of night we were we were in for, and it really just made me feel like I could drink 8 beers in 3 minutes. Like I don't.
Okay, and did you try that theory?
Yeah, about 3 times.
Oh.
It was interesting, but it wasn't like a feeling I like yearned for. It wasn't like, I'm about to do this again. It was kind of like, I don't know. It could be a good utility, and I feel like that's how I like see like drugs nowadays. Like being at this point in life, like I don't have anything to like. If it helps with anxiety, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Like if it gives me energy, I'm open for the discussion. But yeah, I don't know. And then I feel like every time a movement is in the city, there's always some increase. I went to a Danny Brown after party
Oh yeah.
movement weekend.
How was that? Was that a good time? Were you on ketamine?
Someone asked for it. Someone asked me if I had any ketamine, and I was like, nope. And it's like, what about Molly? And I'm like, dude, come on now. Like let's But I respect like that community being open. You know what I'm saying? He knew I wasn't a narc, so I'd rather be misrepresented in that light than any other light. So
Yeah, people would probably think I was a narc.
stop it.
I'd be like, yo, you got any of that stuff? Kick me out right away.
All right, boys. This is it right here.
Oh my god. So you
That-
said your insides felt like cement.
Yeah. But that's like what I need to like think about when I DJ. Like my brain like goes there so I can like lock in and like my bowel movement isn't even a thing. Like I don't have to go to the bathroom at all.
Wow,
I'm
the
I'm
mind
just
of a DJ. This is quite the insight.
I mean, like when you go to a concert though, like do you have like a plan? Because once you kind of go to your seat, sometimes it feels like you're locked in because you know you're about to be in for a really good
You
show,
don't want to miss anything.
right?
Yeah, that's why you gotta get 2 drinks and just smuggle in some other stuff.
Ooh,
I
that
like to take gummies before concerts.
right. So with it being close to the new year, event season wrapped up. All right, with 2024 wrapping up, I feel like Drifter was busy doing a lot of events. What were some of your favorites?
I think we had a really good year with events. we did like some weeks we did like 5 events a week. It was crazy. We had a really cool Halloween market that my events coordinator, she put on herself, and she's killing it. But I would say my favorite event that we had was a fundraiser for this family in Palestine that we adopted. We called them our adopted family. And we did a silent auction to raise money for this family who are trapped in Gaza. And we really got to know them over the last couple months, and they helped plan this event. What I really liked about it, though, was the silent auction because people in the community donated items. And it could be like a gift card to somewhere, or it could be a service, or it could be like an actual physical item. And people like placed their bids, and all of the money that was raised was donated to the family. I think we raised like $2,500
Wow.
that night. And we were open for coffee, and we had face painting, and we had we had dancers who performed traditional dance. I can't remember what it's called, but it was really cool. It was awesome. And what I really liked about it was that like we have an outdoor stage, so people driving by, I think they were like, "What's going on?" And I really like it when that happens because it kind of like puts real community in the face of like everyone who like actually lives in the neighborhood.
Right.
So
People
we were
walking by.
We're in your face raising money for Palestine. Like, deal with it, you know. And it was a really good turnout, so I feel really good about that one.
I love that. What are some things you're looking forward to in 2025?
Well, we have some big projects in the works. I'm not at liberty to say yet, but I will let you know when we're ready to share what's coming next. Something big. It's going to be really exciting.
Fair. I won't pry.
I can't confirm nor deny any rumors.
Are you someone to make New Year's resolutions, or do you just say, fuck it?
I'm not a big New Year's person. Like, I always am making goals for myself.
Gotcha.
So I don't really get behind the like one big thing and then you're expected to be perfect for a couple weeks and then when you slip up because we're humans, then you're like, oh, I failed.
Right.
Like, I don't buy that.
Is that a view you've always had, or like growing up, like was holiday season different compared to life now?
I guess, yeah, the holidays were a lot simpler for me back then, and now I really don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't really like it when you say that. I've found like I hate Christmas,
Mm.
but I'm trying to make it less miserable for myself in different ways.
Gotcha.
Trying to get through it. So every year I get a new tattoo
Hey, now.
right before Christmas. So I have one next Thursday. So stuff like that where it's like I'm reforming traditions.
Yeah.
Like New Year's, I really like to stay in on New Year's and just like do nothing, get cozy, watch a movie. So
Love that.
stuff like that. I'm trying to make it authentic for myself.
Yeah. No, like, I never really, I think, I won't say never really, but I feel like staying up until midnight and waiting for like the ball to drop just becomes less important. Like, and then like at a point, it's like significantly less important. It's like, hey, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna still be me. I'm gonna still be the same person. So it really doesn't matter. But, what aspects was it? Is it aspects about Christmas that you don't like, or is it like just the time of year? Like,
It's specifically Christmas.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What's your favorite holiday?
Halloween, for sure.
Why is that?
Because I'm a witch.
I am with the Ferndale Witch. Is that what
Fern
you're?
Witch.
Okay, Fern Witch.
Okay.
I was gonna say, is that what your Instagram name is short for? But
Yeah, Ferndale Witch.
okay.
Yeah.
like, no, I'm part Fern.
I can't confirm or deny.
That is absolutely hilarious.
Guys, we are trying. We're doing the try on of Ray's limonada. Alright.
All right. I'm definitely about to be asleep
Pussy.
tonight.
Drink more.
Ah! Yeah, I still got a whole night. I got a whole night ahead of me. I gotta meet people.
He has to meet people, and then he goes back for more. I gotta meet people.
So, what were your thoughts on the Ray's lemonade shot?
I thought that was really good. I liked the plain lemonade one, but I really liked the mango one.
Yeah.
It was lit.
My favorites are personally the strawberry and the pineapple. It's a fairly new brand. It's been in the state for about 3 months, and it's already the number 3 or 2 drink in the state. And
Really?
it
Wow.
being like a shot style, super convenient. You can open it, take half of it, cap it, keep it for later. There's like a 5 milligram filling line in the cap, so you can do better with dosing if you don't want to take the whole thing like a maniac, like some people like me, when it's past 9 o'clock on a weeknight. And veteran-owned company, and it's like on the healthier side compared to a lot of syrups that we see on the market.
And it doesn't taste, it doesn't have that like overly weed aftertaste that you sometimes get with like liquid
Yeah.
products. It just tastes like lemonade.
Definitely. I say one of these days I'm gonna come in and get something off of the Drifter menu, and that's honestly one thing I wanted to talk about. Not even gonna lie. You guys, when did you guys introduce your winter menu?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And we did it on the week after Thanksgiving.
Okay, gotcha. And what's your favorite thing on the winter menu?
Oh, I really like the rosemary thyme syrup. It's a brown sugar base with rosemary and thyme in it, and we bring this back every year, and every year people get really excited for it. So
Okay.
I really like that one. We also have a sugar cookie latte, which is really nice.
Get the fuck out of here. You have a sugar cookie
Yeah,
latte?
peppermint. Yeah, sugar cookie latte. You gotta come in.
Goddamn.
Peppermint mocha, if you like that. We also have white mocha.
You said you're in tomorrow?
Am I in tomorrow? No.
Okay.
Sunday.
Sunday?
Come visit me on Sunday.
I will.
Okay.
I definitely will. I might have to come see about that sugar latte.
Yeah.
I'll say if you could construct like your all-time Drifter menu that included every seasonal menu, what would you have on it?
Oh, I think Lavender Haze, which is lavender vanilla latte. That one's really popular. We have our Ugly Bastard.
Why are you talking about me like that? You're going crazy now. I'm playing.
People always get a kick out of that. It's just like a chocolatey coffee.
Okay.
That would definitely be on there. Any form of bastard right now. We have like a Jolly Bastard. That's like
Okay.
chocolatey and minty.
Wait, time out. So wait, it ain't an old dirty bastard. Is it just a dirty bastard?
Ugly Bastard.
Oh, it's an ugly bastard.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
but
I'm
if
sorry.
they get a shot of espresso, then we call it, I think we call it a dirty, ugly, skanky bastard or something like that. We have a lot of weird nicknames, and like once we get comfortable around certain customers, we just go full like unhinged, like jumping out from behind the wall and
Yeah.
stuff, and just like writing really weird things on their cups, like abbreviating in really just funky ways.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's weird.
I saw this one report. It was about a company, and it said it let like a 14-year-old like lead its marketing team, and it just created like a bunch of just like funny, immature like quotes like they could hang around there. Like I think it was at like a mini golf course, and it was like some top of the line. Like I'm like, all right, there's just no way. But it was so like immature, but like it was funny too. So
Did it
it's-
go viral?
I think it did, and
Really?
exactly. Like, do you feel like as a business owner, you know, like do you have to kind of listen to that inner child like a little bit?
Oh yeah, we like to do a lot of funny, weird videos all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we like to get weird with the customers. We like to make them laugh and catch them off guard and form different bonds with people and give them nicknames. You know, draw weird things on their cup, like poop or like butterflies, whatever. You know, we just like to have fun with it because people come in and they want to get a warm beverage and they want to feel better
Yeah.
when they leave. So just get weird with it, play weird music, get silly. Play Get Silly.
Get silly.
Yeah. We got a 1-star review one time because they were playing Pitbull too loud.
Mm.
And I go back to that moment all the time. I think it's so funny because this person said, you know, 1 star, like, I felt like I was at the club.
Maybe you were.
I just love that. One of my favorites.
And so is that how you typically deal with negative reviews? Like you having too much of a
No.
good time?
You know, sometimes we get some really like mean ones that kind of hurt because this is my life's work. This is an extension of me,
Right.
and my team works really hard, so it hurts.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want it to hurt. I try to separate myself from it, but I still try to read as many as possible. And of course, I think reviews can also be constructive. So
Yeah.
it's really important to listen to what they're saying.
Right.
Some of them really do make me laugh.
What was your favorite review you've ever gotten?
Favorite? Okay, top 2. One lady gave us a 4-star because we didn't have any crunchy pastries that we think was too soft.
They didn't have any nuts. Nothing was crunchy.
And then my other one is, it said a bunch of weirdos and liberals walking around like they own the place. I just think that's so funny. So, you know, stuff like that.
Like they own the place.
Or
Wow.
like someone's like, looks like my hipster college roommate made this place. And I was like, well, you're not wrong.
Right.
Like,
Accurate.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
that's a great clip moment because I got that in 4K. It's awesome. But fucking crazy.
I
A
know.
bunch of hippie liberals walking around like they. First of all, sir, Mr. Hippie Liberal.
Right.
What the fuck are you doing over here? Do you know what district?
Yeah, it's Ferndale, buddy.
And we try to make it really gay in here. So people walk in and they're like,
fine. I want to suck a
Where's
dick.
Ferndale?
I want to suck
I'm
a dick right now. I'm struggling with my feelings.
I'm conflicted. I was hearing you was conflicted.
I'm sorry, that's a great pause.
All right, let's do a dab, huh?
Okay.
Aaliyah, when was the last time you did a dab?
Last time I was with you.
Okay.
Probably the last after hours event. Or
What's
no, when we had you over for dinner.
Hey, now,
That was
a little
really
barbecue.
nice.
That was fun.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That's my first time ever having to buy meat from the deli.
So tell us about that story.
So I have this fear of the deli counter. It's not a thing I'm comfortable with, and I get really nervous to go up there. And so I was sent to buy burgers for our barbecue. We were gonna have you over that night, and I just like panicked, and I walked up to the guy, and oh, I hear you hit it again.
Okay.
I was like, I'm like new to this whole deli counter thing. I just want to get some burgers. Do you have those? He was like, yeah. How many do you want? I was like, 2. Get home. My husband is like, you got 2 burgers? Like, we're having Zay over. Like, that's not going to be enough for 3 people. So I had to go back to the store. I had to go back to a different store. I get there. The butcher looks like Jack Harlow. I'm immediately set at ease. And then I just go, could I get some ground chuck for burgers? He's like, yeah, how much? 1 pound. And then I did it, folks. I bought it. I ordered it. It went great. I have a new deli counter boyfriend.
I love that for you.
Thank you. I always forget how to do this.
Just like a joystick, just like twirl it around. Yep, there you go. Yep. That was it. Literally. You good? I can tell she was trying to hold it.
I was waiting for the end of the shot.
All right.
Okay, I can't smoke anymore.
And you heard it here first. So we're gonna conclude today's episode of the Owner's Manual. Aaliyah, thank you for having us and coming on for basically the season 3 return. Jocelyn, we got to get you on next. We're gonna get you on. But until then, happy holidays if you celebrate them, Christmas, Kwanzaa, New Year's. And also, I am doing a hoodie competition. I need y'all to tag the most fire local designers who make hoodies. This one starting off is one of my boys from Lansing. Name is Josh Horford. He made this brand called Advanced Apathy, and it's one of my favorite hoodies. And this is one that is near and dear to me. But next podcast, we go and switch it up. So let's keep going. Appreciate, love, peace, and chicken grease. And I see y'all on the next one.